Number 10, buddy, not a pitcher. It's Enmanuel Tejada. Tell me what you like about this feller.
So I really like Emmanuel Tejada. He is a very small, listed at 5'11". I think he's a little bit shorter than that, but that's not important. He can really hit the ball. Like he puts bat on ball. It's kind of a limited at shortstop sort of profile because ultimately the arm is a little bit below average. But I think that there is a high probability that he is a big leaguer in some capacity. I just don't know whether he's ever going to be a regular for the Yankees or if he's going to be he could be one of those guys that ends up getting traded this offseason as the Yankees are in clearly win now mode. And as things, sort of unfold at the major league roster, whether they keep Juan Soto after they just kept Garrett Cole, I think that Tejada is an interesting trade candidate for a team that's, a little bit lower down in the power ranking, so to say, because of his ability to, hit, play second base. He could play shortstop, but his arm's a little weak. And he's a really good runner. I think that is one of the big things about him is that the speed kind of also it is the rising tide that lifts all boats for this profile because if you can hit and you can run and you can play some sort of up the middle defense, there's just such a high floor for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, Reese, it's not going to surprise you at all for me to bring up the comparison between Emmanuel Tejada to my favorite prospect, Kiner Delgado. Slight bodies, lots of contact, and up the middle defense, but where are they going to play and how are they going to develop? And does that make them a trade chip? Obviously, Delgado was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates. With Tejada, I think there's certainly less power even than with Delgado. A lot of speed, a lot of average. The projection is something you can't really attach a lot of future power to just because he is kind of a live framed individual. Uh, I don't know. That's kind of where my suspicion lies with him as a fantasy star, but now a useful player, whether it's a guy that you rotate in off your bench. I think that there's still some real likelihood of that happening just because of, again, the high floor. There's speed, there's defense, and there's a pretty good hit tool, above average, I would say. I think Tejada's got a several good paths to the show, if I may lift that phrase.
I love that. Yeah, basically, if you're going to compare him and Connor Delgado, Delgado's got more power. He's got better swing decisions. But I think that Tejada has a little bit better on roster utility from a real life perspective because I think that he has a better shot if the arm strength rounds up a little bit as he
Mm,
gets stronger. He's in single A, so he's really far from the majors. So there's plenty of time for him to work on the arm strength and everything like that.